surprise myself by taking all my makeup off and wearing things I normally toss and stop my mouth from taking off. But in the mirror I see someone clearer than I've ever seen. She's the one from in my dreams. How beautiful, I didn't know she'd be. How lovely she seems to be. She's sprouting from the pavement clean. She's rarer than a diamond. See, they call her a concrete rose. And I know just how hard it is to make it on your own. Trust me, I know. 'Cause the hardest thing is trying not to hate yourself and never being perfect.
Drifting in the ocean, waves washing over me, force my mind open. Take responsibility. I used to blame you for my dreams not coming true. Oh no, oh no. I give you brand new.
Feeling brand new, yeah, I'm feeling brand new. Feeling brand new, yeah,
I give you brand new.
feeling brand new, yeah, I'm feeling brand new. Feeling brand new,
I give you brand new.
feeling brand new, yeah, I'm feeling brand new. Feeling brand new,
I give you brand new.
yeah, I'm feeling brand new. Feeling brand new, yeah, I'm feeling
I'm going through a transition, transmitting my next life. Holding on to my ways, but now my hands slipping. Gotta keep my head right. Left, right, keep the pace too. If I slow up even a smidge, that could be fatal. Hightailing at God's speed. I'm lying if I said the problem is not me. I came in contact with the old me. My existence is fading like I interrupted the time stream. But the past is the past. Got the finesse the present hate. So I'm back on that ass. Fiery eyes fluorescent. And I can't wait on standby for a miracle. That ain't how my spirit do. That's not how I work, no. Drifting in the ocean, waves washing over me, force my mind open. Take responsibility. I used to blame you for my dreams not coming true. Ooh, ooh. I give you brand new.
feeling brand new, yeah, I'm feeling brand new. Feeling brand new, yeah,
I
I'm
give
feeling
you
brand new.
brand
Feeling
new.
brand new, yeah, I'm feeling brand new. Feeling brand new,
I
yeah, I'm
give
feeling
you
brand new.
brand
Feeling brand
new.
new, yeah, I'm feeling brand new. Feeling brand new, yeah,
I
I'm
give
feeling
you
brand new.
brand
Feeling brand new, yeah, I'm feeling brand new. Feeling brand new, yeah, I'm feeling brand new.
I got hands full of power and a brain full of bands. Need a pocket full of dollars just to make them understand. So the money is the motive, the music is the potion. I'm drifting in the ocean, I think this is my chance. Like eyes with my reflection and I levitate. If I come up short, there's nowhere else to point the blame. Off the beaten path, so all my efforts syncopate. Can't expect to change if you don't change, that's just insane. Let me start over, let me start over. This ain't my final form, let me show you, show ya. Whole world burning up, but it feels like these waters only getting colder. See me when I roll up, see me when I roll up. Had to switch up, why I told you. I'm not the same as yesterday. No, no, no. Kick back in my brand new everything. Drifting in the ocean, waves washing over me, force my mind open. Take responsibility. I used to blame you for my dreams not coming true. Ooh, ooh. I give you brand new.
Feeling brand new, yeah, I'm feeling brand new. Feeling brand new,
I give you brand new.
yeah, I'm feeling brand new. Feeling brand new,
I give you brand new.
feeling brand new, yeah, I'm feeling brand new. Feeling brand new,
I give you brand new.
yeah, I'm feeling brand new. Feeling brand new, 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 yeah, I'm feeling brand new.
Shorty root with it, maneuver cool, ain't it? Dropping bombs, ticking like the time, never got the time, wanna fuck? Deaf ain't got the time, working out the glow, so the size X double D looking fine. Like one, been a couple years, had to figure out the shine. If the dream looking up, I ain't never looking down. Yet to face the real, but the face realer than most. Even with all of that makeup, shorty realer than most. Had to change the way I made my way up, until I find a poppy that could stay up. It's just gonna be about me, the work I did to find me. They out the line and lousy, the beat is Ronda Rousey. So cool the way I do me, he probably earned to do me. I paid my dues, they late with it. For God's sake, take it, stop the hate faking it. Shorty rude, ain't she? Maneuver rule, ain't it? Sherry bad, oh, he like the way I painted. Miss on me, boy, loving the Kama Sutra. Find another shorty who could go ahead and do ya. Like I do ya, the way I do ya. They can never do ya, the way I do ya. The way I do ya, but they can never do ya. The way I do ya. Shorty rude, ain't she? Maneuver rule, ain't it? Sherry bad, oh, he like the way I painted. Miss on me, boy, loving the Kama Sutra. Find another shorty who could go ahead and do ya. Like I do ya, the way I do ya. They can never do ya, the way I do ya. The way I do ya, but they can never do ya. The way I do ya. Got Delhi taking roofs like I'm Nelly with the proof. Get me hot, get me loose, got the body shaking, baking, moving to the beat of the rhythm. Never needed your criticism. I could be nice like that. Pardon the cocky, I'm just rocking, really rocking where the shots be. It be that CLOETREEVV for the W, double time, shooting triple threat. Read between the lines, no real niggas left in this space of time. I'm the only lady in the room. Feeling good, feeling great, feeling better with the hate. Always good and it's evident. The way I represent, comprehend. Sweet Caroline, the way I'm heaven sent. I better X than your accidents. This is pure Zoe excellence. Man, I'm so excellent. Clearly evident from the evidence. Shorty rude, ain't she? Maneuver rule, ain't it? Sherry bad, oh, he like the way I painted. Miss on me, boy, loving the Kama Sutra. Find another shorty who could go ahead and do ya. Like I do ya, the way I do ya. They can never do ya, the way I do ya. The way I do ya, but they can never do ya. The way I do ya. Shorty rude, ain't she? Maneuver rule, ain't it? Sherry bad, oh, he like the way I painted. Miss on me, boy, loving the Kama Sutra. Find another shorty who could go ahead and do ya. Like I do ya. The way I do ya, they can never do ya. The way I do ya, the way I do ya, but they can never do ya. The way I do
I learned my lesson. This life is a blessing. Got no time to be sad. I 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 woke up in the morning, maybe round the clock of 10. Felt a little down when I should be on a 10. J-Rock in my ear saying win, win, win. And if I put myself down, it's like a sin, sin, sin. Sim, sim, simmer. Who got the keys to me, bimmer? Gotta have high hopes, that's the keys to a sinner. Misfortune to a fortune, that's the only way to get her. Let your mindset reset, go, you go get her. Woke up in the morning, I was feeling kinda sad. Why? No need to be big mad. Got a house, got a car, and if not, I ain't stressing. Man, I learned my lesson, this life is a blessing. Got no time to be sad. I got no time to be sad. I got no time to be sad. I got no time to be sad. Pray to Jehovah, no I don't mean over. The battle is not over, the devil on your shoulder. But tell him keep that same energy when you dealing with me. Keep that same energy when you dealing with me. I'm out at 2:45, why don't you meet me outside? I'm just glad I'm alive, cut out the negative vibes. $1 and a dream, I'm just trying to make a scene. Leave the haters on scene, I don't reply to those things. Woke up in the morning, I was feeling kinda sad. Why? No need to be big mad. Got a house, got a car, and if not, I ain't stressing. Man, I learned my lesson. This life is a blessing. Got no time to be sad. I got no time to be sad. I got no time to be sad. I got no time to be sad. Hey, looky, looky, I peep you looking shooky. You playing footsie, footsie. You getting soft like putty. More important things than nookie. Grab a pen or read a book. to say than do. I'm just like you, I'm just like you, I'm just like you. We the same, we is all one. Nothing new under the sun, big up to another one. I cry, I stop, get up, square up. I fight, won't stop, to the end, on time. Woke up in the morning, I was feeling kinda sad. Why? No need to be big mad. Got a house, got a car, and if not, I ain't stressing. Man, I learned my lesson. This life is a blessing. Got no time to be sad. I got no time to be sad. I got no time to be sad. I got no time to be sad. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Fighting just like pain, waiting every day for the weekend. The weekend, yeah. People everywhere, perfect weather, sun is beaming, beaming, yeah. All the ladies at the park, watching the ball, let's soup it up. It's a party, and everybody's invited. The best time of your life is right now if you like. Take advantage, nothing for granted. Ready, set, go. I wanna ride, hey, I wanna ride all night. No matter if it's fast or slow, I just wanna go right. Hey, I wanna ride all night. And just any car with you, I just wanna do. Old school versus new. Two-door, four-door, cool. Yeah, I'm speeding. I'm speeding, yeah. Big trucks and vans too. And motorcycle crew. You should see them. See them go.
Yes, yes, y'all. Welcome back. We are here live in full effect at CE Studios on CETV, episode number 3. To my left, we have one of our special guests, Miss Jeid, in the place to be.
What's going on? What's going on, fam?
Yes, yes. And special guest DJ Hollyw8d. Go and tell him.
What up, man? What up, man? DJ Hollyw8d in the building. Don't forget the 8. You know the vibes, man.
You know that 8. It's not a double O. It's an 8 out here.
Facts.
Put some respect on that 8. Just welcoming back, y'all. It's been 2 weeks, and we're back with episode number 3. We want to give a special shout out to the Creative Impact Fund as well as MVP Healthcare for sponsoring this episode. Without them, we wouldn't have any of this made possible. So we just want to make y'all shout out special for that. And also just check in with our host, just see what's good with the people. What's up, y'all? What's been happening in your lives?
Chilling. You know, poetry.
Yes, yes. Got some pieces you're going to share today. You've been writing anything new?
Definitely. Lots of social justice stuff. Lots of, stuff around Black healing and a lot of good content that I've been making up lately.
Yes, indeed. More power to all the people. Hollywood, what's been up with you?
You know, man, just trying to stay alive in America, man, as a Black man. And, just keep striving and just, keep, trying to be great and, keep the ball rolling, even though, all this is going on right now with the, we still in the midst of a pandemic. So just to, keep things rolling, one way or the other.
That's a fact. And speaking of that, we're going to try to keep this ball rolling. Make sure to keep you stress-free because a lot of us just been going through some fatigue. And we just want to make sure that you can tune in, chill out, vibe out, maybe even enjoy a little bit of a sci-fi twist with this Youth Effects special short that we got coming up. It's titled A Moment Ago, and it's an action comedy story short with a little bit of a time travel twist. So if you need a sci-fi kick this Wednesday, we got something special for you. Coming right up, right here on CETV.
This is Winston. This is how his typical morning starts. Never late, always on time. This is Victor. He's the bully. No, that hair has got to go. This is Victor. No. You know what? It still doesn't look good. You're done. Next. This is Victor. Nah, he'll like one of those kids that never graduated from high school. Hey, you, Macho Man, turn around. Yeah, you made the cut. That's Victor.
Come on, answer it, man. It's probably your mama calling you.
You're so funny, man. You're the
so
funniest
guys,
man.
Guys!
What?
Wasn't even that funny.
Okay. Sorry.
This is Eric, Winston's best friend. He always keeps an eye out for him, make sure he doesn't get into any trouble.
Come on. Next time we'll see you. You alright?
Yeah, thanks.
You gotta stay away from them.
Yeah, he's bully.
Alright, come on.
Let's go to class.
Now, that's Miranda, the pretty girl in the school.
Somebody help me!
Wait. What's with the accent?
What do you mean? You told me to be Indian.
No, third generation, not first.
Ah.
Retake.
Okay.
Yes! So crazy right now.
Wait. You're not Beyonce. You're a regular girl. Retake.
Oh, hi. Miranda, right?
Yes.
Can I help you with your books?
Oh, your name is Winston?
Winston, yes. Yeah, we have some class together. That's a whole lot of books.
Yeah. I'm taking lots of classes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
You gotta...
Really thinking about my future.
Yo, what you want, Victor? I want your friend to stop talking to my girl. Don't talk to her, man. Don't look at her, don't think about her. She's not yours, she's mine, okay? Watch her. All right, whatever you say.
Miranda doesn't deserve that oaf.
What are you gonna do?
There is something I can do. I found this phone.
Okay, what about it?
It can send me back in time. I'm serious. I just answer it and then it brings me back a moment and then I can change bad things that happened to me.
Let me see it.
It works.
Dead.
It's just on a minute ago.
It doesn't even have a battery in it. Alright, I'll catch you.
No, it's not your fault. It's fine.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
Kind of an asshole, I know.
So, you two going out or something?
No. We've just been friends forever.
Oh.
Yes.
Isn't that your girl with that guy? We're gonna tell him about that.
I tell you. What did I tell you? What do?
Stay away from her.
Yo.
This is your leader. This is the one you follow. He's a punk. He's no one.
Cooked him. I'm right. Yeah, I got that.
Had enough. You okay?
I've seen that. You learned that from?
Practice.
Yeah, that's your typical happy ending. I know the story was short, but that's all I got. Well, thank you for watching.
And I am David. Hello.
I'm Isabella.
And I am David, and we're here to teach an on-to salsa lesson. Now, because we're in the middle of a pandemic, all our lesson today is going to concentrate on individual skills. But if you want some partner work as well, just feel free to look us up, and we'll gladly do partner salsa on request. So just to kind of unpack salsa a little bit, we like to talk about this just because there's a deeper history here. Salsa is a word that was invented by Fania Records in the 1950s. This is a record label in New York City to market Latin music. Now, salsa, even though it kind of reduces everything to a single word, it has a lot of rhythms that make this music what it is. Specifically, the Afro-Cuban tradition, which has the son clave, which comes out of Santiago de Cuba, and the rumba clave, which comes out of matanzas. And so as we celebrate and we dance salsa here in the States, as we know it, made famous by Puerto Rican artists in New York City, it's really important to pay attention to the rich tradition that it has. So with that in mind, before we actually get dancing, we like to warm up a little bit. And these are kind of isolation exercises you might see pretty much anywhere. And we like to do this to, in sort of reference to that tradition, we'll do this to a rumba by Muñequitos de Matanzas called Rumba para los Rumberos. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
So starting from head to toe, we're going to roll our necks. Find your left shoulder with your neck. Forward, left, and up. So left, forward, right, and neutral.
Left,
Mm-hmm.
forward, right, neutral. One more time. Forward, right, into the shoulders. Up, forward, down, and back. Up, forward, down, and back. Up, forward, switch directions. Down, forward, up, and back. Down, forward, up, and back. Down, forward, one shoulder at a time. Left, forward, up, back, right, forward, up, back, left, forward, up, back, right, forward. And now we're going to do some chest isolations.
Yeah, and when you think about this, we're trying to isolate just the torso. So thinking about just moving your rib cage, you're almost sliding your ribs over your pelvis. And this is a movement that's usually accentuated by the leaders in dance, whether it's rumba or salsa. So 5, 6, 7, and 8, starting with your left. Go nice and slow, right, and left, right, Now once this feels comfortable, try to get a little bit of figure 8 movement. So you circle and circle, nice. Circle and circle, double time, right, sorry, left, right, left, left, and right, nice. So now that's the, as we said, that's the movement that the leaders generally accentuate. But we're gonna do a similar movement in the hips now. And as we're doing this, try to really think about grounding yourself and driving your feet and your weight and everything into the ground. So just as an example, as you bend your left leg and sink your left hip into the ground, I want you to bring your right hip into your rib cage. And same thing on the other side, as you bend your right leg and sink your right hip, your left hip goes up into your shoulder. So right, left, and right. It's a little challenging to mirror this while we're doing it in real time. And right, left, right. Nice. Now once that feels, a little tempo with the music. Nice. There we go. 1, 3, 5, 7. Now with the figure 8 movement, you're bringing your hips forward a little bit before you go back. Circles, almost like you're making a circle with each of your hips. Right, left, sorry, left and right. Left, right, left, and right. Nice. So now that feels fairly comfortable, we're gonna get the feet and the ankles warmed up as well. So let's go ahead and take our left foot, and let me mirror this for you real quick. So left foot, right foot, and try to drive that weight into the ground every time you step. And down, and down. Bend at the waist, not the upper back. You want to stay fairly upright. Down, nice. Double time, 1. It's a little fast. 5, there you go. 1, 3, 5, 7. Nice. And in terms of styling, you'll notice that Isabel is presenting. What would you call this?
You're presenting your basket of goods.
Okay. And for the leaders, if you want something a little bit different, what you could do is the leg that's coming out, you grab almost as if you're lifting to show off your nice shoes, and then the opposite hand just kind of goes out like you're waving away some negative energy or just not caring. We can do the same thing to the side. And just remember, it's down into the ground the whole time. Nice. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little warm in here. Yeah, especially with a sweatshirt on in the middle of summer. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the basic step, now that we're nice and warm. So when it comes to salsa, especially on 2 salsa, we are emphasizing the 2. So let's go ahead and demonstrate that really quick with a little bit of salsa music. 5, let's see if we can hear the rhythm. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5. We can also do this in different directions. So if we were to take this to the side, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Forward again, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, cumbia, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. All right, so now that we have a general idea of what that looks like, let's go ahead and break that down. So on 2 salsa, we're starting, and we're doing this in followers counts, by the way. So the leaders later on, when you do a little bit of partner work, you're gonna have to switch to back to leaders count. But the followers count on 2 salsa, you start with a slight step forward with your right. 1, you want to transfer your weight to it. You should be able to lift your left foot completely off the ground here. Now on 2, which is when you're going to hear the slap in the congas, you're going to take a step forward, and again, you transfer your weight to it, and completely you should be able to lift your foot. You're not going to, but you should be able to. Then on 3, you can change directions and put your weight back on your right. And again, you should be able to tap your left foot. Now on 5, you go back. 5, and some of you might be asking what happened to 4. And it's not that I can't count, although it has been suggested, but what we're doing is we're resting on 4. And the rhythm itself breaks down into 8 beats. We rest on the 4 and the 8. So again, from the top, what we do is 1, 2, 3, rest, 5, 6, back break, 7, rest, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, If that feels comfortable, take it to the side. 1 side 3, 5, 6, 7. 1 side 3, 5, 6. Basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Cumbia to the back. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now you notice the reason why it's called on 2 is because the break step happens on 2 and 6. So if you think about the two sides of the clave, 2 and 6 are where you're going to hear that tumbao going tak, right? That tak sound. So let's go ahead and try that to the rhythm of the music this time. If we can get that to turn up, yep. 5, 5, 6, 5. Full basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5. Take it side. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And so now you get a feeling for that, right? Overall, when it comes to Antu salsa, you try to think of it as break stepping on the rhythm that you hear the beat. Now, you're not always going to hear the congas when you dance, so it's important to kind of feel the song out and see how it goes. So with that, I would like to say, let's go ahead and demonstrate what we might actually do next week. Just because I want you to get a little bit of preview while we're running the music, okay? So we're gonna do some turns here. Basic in-place turns. 5, 6, 5, 6. Basic. 1, 2, 3. Right hand turn. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Hesitation left. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Basic. 1, 2, 3. And you can run them together. Right turn. 1, 2, 3. Hesitation left. 1, 2, 3. Right hand turn. 1, 2, 3. Basic. All right. So thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Collective Effort, for having us. And thank you to the audience for having us here. Please check us out on Facebook. Isabel and I usually teach at the Art Center downtown. But obviously we're about to take this online because it's impossible for us to meet without risking somebody's health. I would also like to give a shout out to Taina Asili, who created this gorgeous painting. We saw it here and we thought, you know what, why don't we put that in so we can dance with it in this shot. So check him out as well. And thank you very much. Have a great week. Transitioning.
Wepa, mi gente, salsa for the people. I love it. I was back there behind the scenes just acting a fool. You should see me on the Instagram CETV, just cutting up a rug while they're getting their teach on. So I'm on there doing all kinds of shenanigans. If you're trying to check out what's going on in the background, you can check that out. But yeah, that was a dope performance, live segment. What y'all think about that?
Definitely. Something a little different, not your normal, dance style. Something different for the culture.
Yes, sir. We try to bring it all to you right here on CETV. Speaking of, we got a little bit of news updates this weekend. They recently had a dope action in Washington Park in Albany. Was put on by an organization that goes by the name of Elevate 518. Black woman-led, youth black woman-led, which was just dope and amazing to see. And a lot of LGBTQ representation there as well. and our very own Jeid was there. Jeid,
Yeah.
you can speak to just how like magical the event was?
Yeah, so I've been a part of the behind the scenes with the Elevate 518. I watched them from the time that they organized the whole organization to the time that the event happened. And it's really been beautiful to see these young black women using their voices to make a change. I mean, that's what they said that they wanted to do when they went out and did it. There was a great turnout, and we actually were able to, we actually were able to get our point across, and I was able to speak, and it was all love. Lots of women vendors, and there was only women who were able to present themselves, so it was pretty dope.
Yes, love it. We definitely need to see more of that. Speaking of, we got some more of that for you. If you're interested in that LGBTQ representation, if you're interested in hearing in our own voices, if you're interested in hearing a little bit of salsa-oriented performers, or not oriented, this person is just all in that. We've got a special performance by Taina Asili as recorded by our very own collective effort. The team here directed that piece. And it was shot right there on Lark Street in participation with In Our Own Voices. And we've got that coming up for you right here on CETV.
Y en lo más profundo de mi memoria vive un sabor de otro día. Es el olor de mi fuerte ascendencia. En las sabias manos de mi abuelita. Representan la fuerza de mi pueblo, la potente mezcla que somos y el poder de la tradición. Sofrito, sofrito, el corazón de abuelita, el corazón, el corazón. Es el olor que me ayuda a recordar de dónde vengo, el combustible para donde voy, donde encuentro el coraje para derribar los muros injustos, la base para crear el nuevo.
that I'm a part of. So frito, when people push it to a colony, minor says to take to break the boundaries. 500 years headed to be free. Oh, so frito. El corazón de abuelita. So frito. El corazón. Es el olor que me ayuda a recordarle dónde vengo, el combustible para dónde voy. Para dónde voy. Para dónde
This next song is called For Our Children. And it's a song that I wrote after the murder of Trayvon Martin. I wrote this song as a mother of a black child. It's my hope, my prayer, my call for this nation and for this world, for our children. In a time when our black and brown children must debate the sunshine for fear of bullets in their back, racist violence, random strangers, neighbors, police attacks, we begin fighting. Challenge the madness, speaking, awaken the masses, refusing to sacrifice one more angel's life to the hurricane of hatred. 'Cause you know you cannot have them. You know you cannot take their vision. 'Cause hope lies within our children. So you targeted history leaves trails towards safety. Go to the river, channel our warriors, ask for the flood to bring systemic change. Huh. 'Cause you know you cannot have them. You know
fighting, rising, fighting, rising, fighting, rising, fighting, rising, fighting, rising, fighting, rising, rising, fighting. Black Lives Matter. This next song is called No es mi presidente, not my president. And it's not about an individual. This is really about the power of the people, that power, that legacy of change that we carry from our history into today. This is about the power that we hold to manifest change, that collective, beautiful power. No es mi presidente. Desafiantes, ingobernables, lo rechazamos y no le tememos. Elegimos la libertad sobre el miedo, porque nuestros futuros están interconectados. Las vidas negras importan. Black Lives Matter. Ningún ser humano es ilegal. No human being is illegal. El agua es vida. Water is life. Basada en violencia machista. En sexist violence. No es mi presidente. Él me representa en la voz de mi gente. Si está conmigo puede ir presente. El grito no es mi presidente. No es mi presidente. Organizaremos el pueblo como siempre. Ese poder es como un corriente. Dice no es mi presidente. Esa es la obra de mis antepasados. Resistencia unificada es nuestra herencia. Tenemos todo lo que necesitamos. Para ser los agentes colectivos del cambio. No es mi presidente, él me representa en la voz de mi gente. Si está conmigo puede ir presente. El grito no es mi presidente, no es mi presidente. Organizaremos el pueblo como siempre. Ese poder es como un corriente. Grita no es mi presidente. It's time to see ourselves in one another. Collective liberation and solidarity. This is a resounding call for tomorrow. Reclaim our power and our humanity. 'Cause he is not my president, the 1% irrelevant, our people discontent, but we are the water to douse his flames. Somos la solución, la oración, el corazón para liberación. Somos la llamada para mañana. No es mi presidente, él me representa en la voz de mi gente. Si está conmigo puede ir presente. El grito no es mi presidente, no es mi presidente. Organizaremos el pueblo como siempre. Ese poder es como un corriente. Grita no es mi presidente, no es mi presidente.
to share some of her words of fire, passion, and emotion so thick you're going to want to take a slice of it. I present to you, Jeid.
Jeid's live.
All right, so what's going on, y'all? I have some pieces to share with you guys. This first piece is about, everything that's been going on with the most recent BLM and everything that we've been going through in the Black community. I remember when everything first started, I just remember reading these articles and seeing everything on the news and just crying and just feeling all of this sadness and anxiety that we as a people have collectively felt. So poetry is definitely an expression of whatever we feel. So this is how I felt about the situation. And a lot of us can agree. So during an interview, when asked, how can white people reprogram themselves to not fear blacks, Huey P. Newton responded, maybe you should be a little afraid of the people you attempted to commit genocide against. On March 13, 2020, Breonna Taylor was fatally shot 8 times in her sleep by 3 police officers in Louisville, Kentucky. The officers executed a botched search warrant at the wrong address for a suspect that was already in custody. We live in a country where sleeping while black is enough excuse for the execution of an essential worker, where jogging while black gets met with unarmed condolences because we just ran our luck up. We're fed the fuck up. Peaceful protests turn tear gas when tranquil is just too boring. They run in our homes and start popping black bodies without no warning. Modern day lynching disguised as no-knock warrants. Gotta register to vote and start bodying politicians like Elizabeth Warren. Cause there's no justice, just cowards hiding behind hoods and laws like stand your ground. Sandra Bland, man down, Mike Brown, Ahmaud Arbery, Tatiana Jefferson, George Floyd, Dominique McDonald, Tony McDade, Rashard Brooks, Malcolm Harsh, Robert Fuller, Elijah McCain, Toyin St. Lou didn't have those same privileges. Went from bloody black bodies laying under sheets to Black Lives Matter painted on our streets, but still get shot with our hands up and killed while handcuffed. We kneel for our rights and they kneel on our necks, then try to silence us by cutting us checks. Fuck your reparations with all disrespect. Because what's a $1,200 payoff when my bills still due and I just got laid off? Won't cancel student loans because it's all about capital. Got the 1% monopolizing the lower class for collateral. As for bail reform, it gets searched, stripped, and ripped of our pride while COVID-19 got mass incarceration leading to mass genocide. We can't breathe. 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 Enough is enough. We're half past tired. We're fed the fuck up. Whew. Whew. So that was the first piece. And I mean, we all know what's going on with Ahmaud Arbery, with Breonna Taylor, with George Floyd, and everything that's going on nowadays. I have another piece that I made a few years ago, and it's also on social justice. And it really hit home because this situation happened here in Troy, New York. I mean, we always see these situations on the news, and it's always in places that's not necessarily home, but this one is home for us. So, and the stuff that is in the content that's in this next piece is mostly from 2017, but it's definitely still relevant to this day. Trump said, when the looting starts, the shooting starts, referring to everything that was happening in Minnesota. And it just really goes to show how much this president really doesn't care about, the Black and brown community. So I have something to say about that. All right. On Tuesday, August 15, 2017, police almost fatally shot Dominique McDonald on the intersection of 8th and Rensselaer Streets in Troy, New York. One bullet in his forearm and the other grazed his temple, leaving him barely conscious as he was being detained, all for missing probation. So the next day, I go into work and open a discussion about police brutality and institutional racism, but one of the nurses tries to divert the conversation talking about the latest Kardashian bullshit. And after going back and forth for about 20 minutes with her ignorant ass, I said, I don't give a fuck about Rob and Black China when his government is still robbing Black America, mobbing Black America. Church bells and psalms turn tears and palms over praying grandmother's sobs in Black America. Palms that raise nations on her back, reflecting the nations of palms that were raised in surrender, but under arrest means being under attack. And yet again, blood runs thick through the cracks in our streets, like the crack in our veins. I mean the cracks on the backs of her hands. She couldn't pray them safe anymore. While you hide behind your privilege and pleasantries, Centoya, Brown, our queens, then turn around and cage our kings for selling trees. 12.3 is a percentage of blacks in America. So how we constitute over 50% of the prison population. Because it's a war on drugs leading to mass incarceration. It's called the new Jim Crow. Because to you, our skin is just a trigger, and our melanin is nothing more than target practice. Just another trophy, another high five, a pat on the back. The only time we're appreciated is we're on TV giving you something to clap at. It's gonna be rounds of applause when we start clapping back. Ooh, all right, so that was the second piece. And again, I mean, just wanted to shed some light on social justice and everything that's been going on in the Black community. But we definitely need some healing. So this last piece is a more recent piece, and shout out to the community in upstate New York. We have a really amazing community that is focused on self-care. Shout out to Rooted. In downtown Albany. Shout out to Impro Genre Beats, who made the beat for this piece. Shout out to Katani. You'll hear a few lines in this piece about from Katani. So all right. She does it with her spine straight, with her head held high, when her feet ache, with tears in the shower, with her pride shattered, with a promise, without gripe, she gets it done. To hero for unsung, hung with the misfits and degenerates. Hid them under her wings, had a tender spot for crippled bastards and broken things, but they didn't believe she was in as much pain as she laughed it off to be. Ink hemorrhaged through her pages that were worn and jaded from giving love that was never reciprocated. She was stretched thin, back broken, burnt out, couldn't come up for air till she burst out and screamed, "Do you know how many fucking hats I wear? Be still and know the storm is here to help you grow." Refining and redefining like gold and diamonds, baby, you are made new. Oh, ye of little faith, I thought you knew that I would never leave or forsake you. These tests and trials come to shake you, shape you, and make you unbreakable. You were fearfully and wonderfully made. I'm developing you. Formed from shea butter and stardust, baby, I am jealous for you. So the next time you start to doubt, remember, I know exactly how many hats you wear. And I promise that I'll never put more on you than you can bear. Then reached down and lifted off her hat and replaced it with a crown. Now she does it. Lifted and liberated with affirmations and mantras, with balanced chakras, with pink water, then Florida water, with paper and Fonto, burnt blunts, then burnt sage, charged crystals for retrogrades, and still found time to wind down on Wednesdays. She sang, she bragged, she loved, she laughed loud, and promised herself that this time she would soar and never touch the ground.
And there you have it. Another one in the books. CETV episode number 4. My goodness. Hollywood, what you think about that magic that we just witnessed?
It was awesome. I think somebody said that was number 3, but I don't you the one who's probably counting, not me. I don't know.
Did I say number 4? My bad. This is episode number 3. I'm already thinking of
Another
episode
one.
number 4.
Another.
Because I'm on my Khaled time. I'm ready for another one.
Another one.
And another one. And another one after that.
But this was dope, though. This was dope. I just love, being just around, fellow creatives and, people who are also trying to, push the spectrum of, being creative and expressing themselves. So this was super, super dope. And shout out to Collective Effort, for having me, too.
Yes, indeed. And special thanks to all our contributors. There's David and Isabel. There's Taina Asili with all the dope vibes. There's Jeid with those fire words. My goodness. The studio's on a blaze up in here.
More fire.
More fire. Yes, indeed. And once again, our sponsors, Creative Impact Group, MVP Healthcare, the production team here, always crushing it day in and day out with the quality. I'm just amazed at some of the things that we're doing and just eager in anticipation for what we're going to be bringing to you next. That being said, Hollywood, I got a special request.
Talk to me nice.
Can you take us home in the way only you know how?
Listen, man, I'm gonna make it do what it do, baby.
Hey.
All right, man, let's do it.
Yes, sir.
No. You're in the mix with DJ Hollyw8d.
And she say, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Damn.
DJ Hollyw8d. That's my DJ.
Just tell me what I gotta do, cause girl, I just see me and you doing what we like to do, pulling up in something new. Well known, never who, I'm good but could be better. But whenever I'm around you, I'ma hold you down too. What you need, I'll cop that. Heard you, baby, doubt that. No need to be running game, girl, I ain't about that. Your heart is what I'm reaching for, that beauty though I can't ignore.
You're in the mix with DJ Hollyw8d.
But not from one that's one.
Tell me what I gotta do to please you. Baby, anything you say I'll do. Cause I only wanna make you happy. From the bottom of my heart, it's true. Tell me what I gotta do to please you. Baby, anything you say I'll do. Cause I only wanna make you happy. From the bottom of my heart, you know it's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I said I always hold you down. Baby, what's the issue? No, I fucked up, that's no reason you can't love me now. Girl, I miss your love and I miss your touch. Yeah, I never thought I'd sink until I left your hand. Focus, oh yes, I'm focused. Never thought I'd live the day to hear you say that I'm the one I chosen. Now tell me what I gotta do to have you. Hopefully you'll be my girlfriend, yeah. I like to take a journey through your mind. Girl, now you're down for some riding. I swear I don't wanna fight, I don't wanna waste time. Yeah, and now I'm feeling like a bully, cause I keep you feeling different. You glowed up, now I'm stressing will we love again. Hopefully I get the chance to show you how to change. Hopefully I get the chance to see that body shame. Tell me what I gotta do to please you. Baby, anything you say I'll do. Cause I only wanna make you happy. From the bottom of my heart, it's true. Tell me what I gotta do to please you. Baby, anything you say I'll do. Ooh, don't let that new guy take my love away. Ooh, don't let that new guy take my love away. I know that you're still in love with me. I know that you're still in love with me. Ooh, don't let that new guy take my love away. Ooh, don't let that new guy take my love away. I know that you're still in love with me. I know that you're still in love with me. Would you give my love away? I really know. Cause you're the only one who's there when I'm feeling lost. So how could you let this new dude come and steal the show? When you know you're my cinnamon apple, you're my Cheerio. You know that I cannot look at you without staring. Say I just wanna scoop you up in the McLaren. He's got a dash, you know I love burning gas. He's got some cash, you know Boogie got the bag. See now you got him on your Snapchat like what's going on. When he never posts you up, he never show you off. I'm holding on even though I feel like going off. But I'm a boss and you know that, and you know he's soft. Yeah, I know you're the one for me. So I know you're the one for me. So please don't make this hard for me. No, please don't make this hard for me. No. Ooh, don't let that new guy take my love away. that you're still in love with me. I know that you're still in love with me. Ooh, don't let that new guy take my love away. Ooh, don't let that new guy take my love away. I know that you're still in love with me. I know that you're still in love with me.
You're in the mix with DJ Hollywood. Oh, say less.
DJ Hollywood.
The things you do makes me keep running to you. The things you do makes me keep running to you. Tell me why don't you let me touch your body. You're telling me that you want me tonight. Let me know your body. Your body, your body. Your body, your body. Body's different.
Forget what you heard, baby, listen. They messing with me, man, they tripping. Are you on drugs, are you sipping? I tell you right now, body different. Look at the strip that I'm dripping. Did you the team and slipped it? I tell you right now, body different. Body, 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 body. That's the old thing you whipping. This a new thing, body different.
Let me touch your body. You're telling me that you want me tonight. Let me know your body. Your body. Body's different.
Looking like I just hit the Lotto. I want it. Might go AP or the Roro. We could do the coupe or the photo. When we in the West, we in the Lolo. F them, baby, I'm the man. Money can't fit a rubber band. This Eliante, this shit is hitting. Who your doctor, your body different. Body, 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 body. That's the old thing you whipping. This a new thing, body different.
Let me touch your body. You're telling me that you want me tonight. Let me know your body, 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 body.
You see me in black, I'm in my feelings too. But I don't give a fuck now, you gon' see what's up now. Tired of the shit that you done put me through. No, I'm not a whack bitch, you could be a dub now. You know there's niggas and bitches that be so on it just to get a little piece out of peace thing. But you took it for granted, you acting like you could have it any way that you want, must be a new thing. I had to break the bad habit, that was you. Now you fucking with my attitude, put me in a bad mood. Got me feeling uncomfortable, how'd I lose myself to you? Had to break the bad habit, that was you. Now you put it in all on me too, for shit I ain't even do. Got me stupid in love with you, got me stupid in love with you. Never fucked around on you, nigga. I never talked down on you, nigga. Down on you, nigga.